What's going on now? You ready?
Yeah, I got the baby on the monitor. So depending on how the baby acts, I may have to duck out. Well,
Hey, no problem.
fingers crossed.
Let's see. We're going to get started in just a second. But we're going to start with just a little bit of movement. Okay. Nice, Mark. Welcome.
What up, dude?
Here we go.
That thumb down shoulder cover thing you did like last week, I had never heard that before, but it was just like where it's just like turn it over, thumb down. I'd never even seen that before, and I was just like, holy shit, like mind blown on that one.
On that long guard?
Yeah. I'd never even thought about that because normally I'm kind of just extended like this and just kind of just bring that up, but that just immediately was.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I think that's one of those things where, that's how it's taught, and rarely do people do it that way.
Yeah.
Even myself when I'm here, I don't always do it. But I'll notice a lot of times, like you'll see it too, especially like old school Muay Thai guys. They'll be here in long guard, and then when the punch comes, they'll just turn it. They'll just flare it. So they're kind of holding it lazily like this, straight. But when the punch comes, they'll flare it like that.
It's almost like part of the bracing to go along with it.
Yeah, they'll be here. Then if the punch starts coming over the top, they shrug their shoulders and then turn that thumb down just like this.
Okay, that's cool.
So again, it's more like you'll see people and they'll just post the way I normally do, but as a rule, it's kind of taught to put that thumb out. It's not so much that the thumb needs to be down; it's more like the elbow needs to be up.
Yeah.
And that's it's hard to do because it's hard to jab off of that. When you're jabbing, you need that elbow low and inside. You need the exact opposite. So you'll see people pose and then be here and frame, and then here on that long guard, I'm flaring. And that's another thing too, is that's preventing the clinch.
Right.
If my arms are straight like this, it's really easy to clinch around me. But if I flare out, it's hard to clinch. So in spirit of being inclusive of Al, who's in the low ceiling spot, we're actually just going to start with a little bit of jumping jacks. Let's go ahead and get started. Good, right there. Just jabbing crosses, moving around, 1-2s. Make sure we're pivoting a little bit, including a little bit of movement, angling out. Check in. 1, 2. Good. Next one right here. So I didn't count it out, but we did wide to 50 jumping jacks. Next one right here, elbows nice and tight. We do 50 high knees, and we're going to go right back in the sort of shadow box of light. Go ahead and do them with me. 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Good, right back to punches. Good, next one right here. You just need maybe, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 feet in front of you. I'm going to get small little incremental steps. Okay, I'll kind of give you a side view of what I'm doing here. I'm just going to start with the lead leg, and I'm going to kind of go down whatever distance I have and go back checking. So I got about 8 feet between me and the camera. Small little steps. Checking, hands coming up. 1 step, 1 check. And again, the steps are nice and small, maybe half a foot at most. Going down and back with that lead leg. Smaller steps out, smaller steps. Good. Now, even though we don't use it a whole lot, same thing. That rear leg, going backward, forwards, rear leg. Good. Now we're cross-checking. Lead leg to rear elbow. Okay? Not moving my elbow to my rear leg. My rear leg just coming across my body and meeting my elbow. Step in. Whoop. And I'm setting this down nice and slow and deliberately. I don't want to have to set it down quickly because I lack the balance. So I'm here, hold it, bring it out, set it back down. Good. Now we're going to do the low inside check. So if somebody's coming to kick the inside leg, I'm right here, I'm popping it forward. Okay, I'm not just bringing it across, I'm actually popping my hip forward just a little bit. Almost like I'm with the knee or teep. Moving forward, boom, bring it right back. Let's change it like this. There we go. Good, next one right here. I'm just sort of marching forward, okay? I'm switching. Marching forward, switching back. Marching forward, switching. Going backwards, same thing. Stepping backwards, switching. Now when I switch backwards, I just pivot my leg behind me, okay? Because I'm already going backwards, I'm just basically taking this leg and just stepping back, creating a little more distance, okay? So going forward, switch, couple steps, switch, couple steps, switch. All right, we're just switching our stance, going forwards and backwards. Let's switch this back. All right, last one right here, okay? I'm going to jab, and then I'm going to frame, hit it off. It's a quarter turn. So if I'm facing 12 o'clock on the clock, okay, basically go to jab, frame up, long guard, bring it nice and high, then off of that, pivot. Jab, long guard, pivot. You don't have to do it in a line, you kind of move around a little bit. Jab, long guard, pivot. Jab, long guard, pivot.
Are you
What's that, Al?
you retract all the way on the jab or just go directly to the guard?
Yeah, no, I'm retracting all the way, not for any specific reason, but just to kind of make the two movements distinct from each other. Good, next one. Similar but different. Okay. Nice and loose. I'm throwing that jab out. I have long guard, and now I'm going to take my rear leg and step and pivot into the opposite stance. So I'm just stepping forward, but I'm actually stepping out at about a 45. I'm not stepping straight forward. I'm stepping out this way to get off the line. Now my left leg is my forward leg, and I'm going to pivot this way and end up in the southpaw position. One more time. Here, moving around, jabbing, long guard, pivoting off line. Go right back to my normal stance. Jab, long guard, step with the rear leg, pivot. Give it a go.
I got a crying baby. I got to drop.
All right, no worries, Al. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
So Mark, for you, we're going to actually dress this one up a little bit. Okay, so same thing, throwing that jab, posting that long guard out, with pivot. Okay, and from here, I'm just going to throw my leg up, right? So it's as if I'm throwing a switch kick off of the pivot. But I'm landing my switch stance, so from here, I'm just throwing it up. You don't have to throw a big aggressive kick. If you want, you just kind of throw the knee up, come back around. One more time, I'm here. Jab, long guard, switch, hit or pivot. Just the idea of throwing that kick up right after you make that pivot and switch.
Yeah. It's kind of like what we were talking about. Like as soon as you're hitting that plant, you're pushing,
Exactly.
powering immediately off that.
I think we were doing that with the knee last time, right?
Yeah. It was basically like, bah, bah.
Exactly.
Cool.
Nice.
Are you throwing that off of a jab or a long guard for the switch thing?
Usually, whenever wait, say the question again. I may have not heard you properly.
So are you throwing that off of a jab, or is that a long guard for when you're throwing that switch stance? Because I was hitting it off of.
So to kind of give you more of an answer than you asked for, usually almost any time I pivot, I'm posting at the same time.
Cool.
So a lot of times it's just to kind of maintain distance or to give myself some space.
Yeah.
You know, so it is that long guard / post. From here, I'm just throwing that kick up and over.
Kind of conceptually, prop smite's probably going to try to cover some ground on that retraction if you're not posted out a little bit. It's kind of,
and a lot of times, you know, just like with stepping into that sort of leg kick, how we're posting on the opposite shoulder, is
right.
If you can touch them, you know where your kick's going to land.
For sure.
So it's just giving you that measure so that when I post out and I know if I'm within fingers distance of them, I know that my kick's going to land. If I'm too far, I'm probably not even throwing that kick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, we're going to go back to the first pivot we did off of the weak side. Okay, so we could just kind of, we'll just mix up the punches a little bit. We're going to go 2, 3, 2, post, pivot. And from here, I'm taking my right rear hand. I'm going to step in hard and throw that elbow over the top. So again, I'm going to go cross, hook, cross, post, and pivot. Step back in, throwing the elbow over the top. 2, 3, 2, post and pivot, boom, stepping back in. So I'm posting, and then I'm stepping back in, throwing that elbow.
Sorry, can I say one more time, man?
Yeah. We start on this angle, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Cross, hook, cross. And from here, I'm posting, quarter turning.
Yeah.
Back in, throwing that rear elbow over the top. Yeah, so it's the same thing before. Like as soon as that rear foot lands, I'm jumping off of it.
Cool.
There we go. How you been holding up in quarantine?
Got to do stuff like this to stay sane. That and go on a lot of bike rides, basically. Good for cardio, maybe not great for mental health, but who knows?
Yeah.
How about you?
Same old shit. I got I brought some weights from CrossFit Invoke, and so I've been just playing meathead in the living room kind of.
Yeah, I saw that the kettlebell market is completely cleared out right now. You can't even like really purchase them
There's
online.
little fitness equipment you can buy anywhere. Like anything fitness related on Amazon's back orders. It's pretty insane. All right, so we're going to go back to this opposite side pivot. So again, we're going to go cross, hook, cross, and we step. Okay, pivot, and from here, again, now my left side is my rear. I'm going to step in, I'm going to throw over the top, tomahawk kind of style elbow. Boom. One more time. 2, 3, 2. Boom. I'm just trying to throw that tomahawk elbow over the top.
Cool.
My dogs come in to supervise.
Our dogs look pretty much identical, but mine decided to step out after almost getting kicked in the head yesterday a few times. Are you stepping in on that, or are you?
I'm stepping in a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I'm stepping. The reason I'm not stepping in quite as much is because usually when you pivot to when you take that opposite step and you pivot, you're usually landing a little bit closer than you would otherwise.
Sure. Stepping through. You doing that with the rear?
Try stepping through with that left leg first.
Okay, and then let that come along for the ride. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I said left. I meant to say right. So after I'm here, I throw the up. I step with that right foot. I hit it, and then I would step back in with my right foot again and throw over the top. There we go. That's it right there. All right, we're going to do one last little pivot drill. This is kind of something maybe we should start with in the beginning. That's really good. Okay. Well, all I'm going to do is kind of get a little bit of bounce in my step. I'm going to pivot, right on back, pivot, and this time I'm not actually switching my stance. Notice I'm still left foot forward. I'm just taking a big step. So this time I'm stepping with the left, pivoting, I'm going to step with the right, but draw my foot. Let me do this where you guys can see my leg. So I'm here, step, pivot, but I'm actually drawing it so that I'm ending still with the left foot forward.
Yeah.
So right here, boom. You're just going back and forth. There we go, perfect. And once you got a good feel for going forward, we can do the same thing going backwards.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're still going step without exactly. There we go, perfect.
So it's almost a heel kick out sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
Here.
And this is just, again, you know, trying to create angles and not get too much in the habit of stepping straight back.
Yeah.
Stepping, creating a little bit of distance, and then cutting out.
Right. Kind of
So,
like an alternative to what we were talking about with like if somebody's cutting that angle on you instead of doing a spin,
right.
doing that heel kick out angle.
So we're going to do this just for another minute or so, then we're going to end with another cool little drill.
Cool, man. Thanks.
So they're out, go to, out, go to bed, go, out. Nice. We're going to end with one last homework. And this is one of probably the most, I saw Fedor Emelianenko do this a long time ago when I first started training MMA. And I credit like this little drill for being what allows me not to like, one of the things I know I do well is not back straight up. And what I saw him do when we were just training in like one of these training montages that he was doing is he was basically staying tight and then going, and he was stepping off. And if you could think about it, his feet were drawing, like if you were dragging your feet in the sand, he was drawing the letter J.
Cool.
He was taking, and so the idea here is we're taking, that's one punch, one step. I'm stepping backwards, and then on my third punch, I notice I pivot. I'm making that hard pivot on that third punch. So I'm going 1, 2. That first 2 punches is just to clear a little bit of distance. And then on the third one, it goes back to a jab, and I pivot a little bit more. So just to kind of shorten it up, it's going to go up, 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 up. And I'm just getting off line. And from there, he squares back up, and he goes the other way. And then he goes the other way. And he's just shuffling his feet. He's not even picking them up. They're just sliding. And here's what it looks like from the rear view. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he squares back up. Jab, cross, one. And he squares back up. Pop, 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 pop. And so he's just drawing a letter J. Exactly. Never taking more than 2 steps straight back. And you initially want to take 2 steps back just to clear some distance from the person in front of you. But once I've cleared a little bit of distance, 1, 2, then it's 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can shorten it up, but try to put it together in like at least 5 or 6 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one thing to kind of keep in mind is that your rear foot stays your rear foot the whole time you're doing this. A lot of people get in the habit of doing this right here. They start with this rear foot, and they go like this. And they end up like this, really square. So you're going to have to really travel that rear foot behind you so that when you drag your front foot, your rear is still your rear and your front's still your front.
Right.
Let's give it a go for a minute or two. We'll end it right there. Nice. There we go. And it's hard for people to aggress forward while cutting angles. It's easy to step backwards and change your angle. But it's hard to go forward and then change the direction you're punching. It's easy to punch in straight line forward like this. But if I'm chasing somebody and they're veering off, it's hard for me to continue to chase them if they're turning, especially if they're turning towards my lead hand. If they're turning this way and I'm chasing, then all of a sudden I'm stopping in order to keep aggressing.
Yeah, this is great for me, man. Because people normally come from that straight angle. They normally have to try to.
Yeah, it's very hard to throw punches and turn at the same time. It's easier to throw punches going backwards and cutting exactly just like that. So what you're doing is you're causing them to chase you and you're causing them to walk into punches. And if you look at, I think I talked about this at one point, if you look at Stipe Miocic, when he beat Fabricio Verdum, he did exactly this.
Booped him.
Fabricio Verdum was chasing him around the cage, literally. And Stipe like stepped off line. He was going like, he was fighting like, bah, bah, bah. And he stepped off line and threw that right hand and just knocked him out.
Just dropped him. Let him do half the work for him on that one.
Exactly. He just let him, because Verdum was kind of running in a circle. And every time he changed the angle, there was Stipe's hand was there in his face. So, Mark, we ran out of time today. Those last 10 minutes went by kind of quick. So, glad you were able to join us. I've heard some rumors that I haven't heard them from Brandon, so it's not that kind of rumor. But a couple of the gym owners like around town are opening up like starting Monday. So I don't know if that's going to be the case for Brandon. I haven't talked to him about it, but keep our fingers crossed. Get back to training.
Yeah. I'll keep my ears open. See what everybody has to say about all that. I'm definitely looking forward to getting back to training for real. I'm looking forward to somebody hitting me in the head, man. If I'm at that point where I'm like ready for somebody to kick me in the face, then I
hear that.
I'm really desperate for something.
One of my clients, he texted me and just say what's up, and I was like, "How you doing?" He's like, "Good." I'm like, "How you holding up?" He's like, he said, "My life is missing violence."
That's well said. I'm going to use that one for sure.
Yeah. He's like, "My life is missing violence at the moment." So, all right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. Have a good one.
Later.